Welcome back, everybody, to another holiday episode, Christmas special of the B2DB show. Josh and Eddie are ready to bring you Christmas on Christmas morning.
Christmas 2020.
We made it. We're here.
We're here, dude, and in the dojo and together, because that's what's important.
We just finished opening up all of our Christmas presents. Santa already came, ate his milk and cookies, and we're ready to get into today's episode. But before we do that, Josh has a special message about all of our social media.
Follow it. This episode is sponsored by none other than Baxter Solutions.
Whoa, no way.
Yeah, where only at Baxter Solutions we can transcend science.
That's pretty nutty, man.
Yeah.
I don't know who that guy is, but thank you for sponsoring the episode.
But you can check us out over at our website. If you're not into social medias, it's backtothebasics.com. Audio version of the podcast, video version of the show, whatever, float your boat.
Don't forget to check out our YouTube channel for all of our videos. Get those numbers up, baby. YouTube.
2020 is crazy, but 2021 is right around the corner.
Oh, man. Can't wait for all that. But before we get into 2021, we're here to bring you a 90s nostalgic holiday special.
I'm ready to unwrap this episode.
Merry Christmas, folks, from the B2DB show.
Well, brother, I got my Superman pajamas on. I got my Godzilla ugly Christmas sweater.
That's a really cool Christmas sweater. I wouldn't say it's ugly.
Oh, yeah, I wouldn't say it's ugly either. And then I got my Ninja Turtle beanie.
The classic.
I'm ready for Christmas morning.
Christmas 90s style, right?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. I give you the Griswold Family Christmas.
There you go. Yeah, that's a cool shirt, man.
Yeah.
It's a classic Christmas movie.
Oh, yeah. Griswold Family Christmas, man.
Yeah. What is it about Christmas movies that sets you in the spirit of Christmas?
It hits home, man. Every one of those Christmas movies that we've talked about and that we haven't talked about just puts me and probably other people just like me and you into that Christmas spirit. So I know there's probably a lot of people out there watching Christmas movies to try to capture that because they do so well, like Home Alone. Just captures that feeling and look of Christmas. And so that's the specialness about it. Like I was telling you, I watched Polar Express the other day.
Yeah.
And man, it just hit home. It had me all emotional and I was like, oh, Christmas. It's when Christmas comes to town, man.
Yeah.
That's the feeling of Christmas. Special.
Do you like the feeling of Christmas? Are you a big Santa Claus fan? Santa Claus.
I still believe in Santa Claus. There,
Yeah.
I said it.
You look like Santa Claus.
Oh, I got the hat on. I'm ready.
Yeah. Oh, goodness gracious.
I'm ready.
I think Santa Claus is a psychopath.
I mean, you kind of have to be to go into strangers' houses, down a chimney, into fire.
Are you interested at all into like the whole Christmas like lore, like the pagan, like tree worship?
I don't know nothing about that. No.
No, seriously?
No, I know a little bit about it and how it's supposed to be like bad. And then you have those, what is it, like Krampus, which is like...
I've never been into that. I've never watched watched a single movie of Krampus.
Yeah.
Or
It's like the Russian like version of Santa Claus and like Christmas and how it's like a negative vibe.
But what about like the tree worship, like the pagan?
Tree worship. I mean, I love my Christmas tree.
Yeah.
Christmas tree.
By the way, I seen your Christmas tree.
Oh,
it's beautiful.
You
went
brother.
all out. You got that expensive tree.
Hey, if I'm gonna get a Christmas tree, it's gonna be a good one.
You know it's expensive when the pine needles go upwards.
They go
upwards.
See? He knows.
They go towards the star.
He knows. Yeah. I don't want no limp-wristed pine tree, bro. It's got to be tough.
Very rare. I think we in my family have ever gotten a tree like that.
Yeah.
Yeah, those things are like $1 million.
They're expensive, but they're worth it.
Of course, they're beautiful.
Yeah, they're awesome, and I'm thankful that I was able to afford one because, like you said, they are expensive, but. Past couple of years, I've had fake trees in my house and like pre-lit trees or whatever. And I know that's like a real trend, especially nowadays. You've seen a lot of people moving away from like the real Christmas trees.
Mm-hmm.
But there's just something about having a real Christmas tree in your home and the smell, and it almost breathes like fresh air into your home. It's a tree, you know.
There was an area near
Energy of trees, right?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Well,
Yeah.
unfortunately, it's cut down. But there was a Christmas tree like farm when a near. Oh, you guys.
There it goes.
Hey, man. Hey,
There
there's
it
your bell.
goes.
So what's up with this bell thing? Oh, hold on. Let me finish my story real quick.
Go ahead.
So
Let me get this bell.
Going down and cutting our own tree.
Yeah.
That seems to be a thing, at least where we're at, where it doesn't exist anymore.
I mean, the last family to probably do it was the Griswold family.
There
They
you
went
go.
out and cut their
I
own
love that,
Christmas
yeah.
tree, right?
Yeah.
And I was watching that the other day, and there's just so many things. And my girl turned to me and she said, like, that's who you want to be, huh? Like, why does that remind me of you? Clark Griswold.
Mm-hmm.
His name is Clark. Oh,
Is it?
yeah, it's
Interesting.
Clark Griswold. And the people at his work even tell him, they go, you're like the last, like, true family man. And I was just like, bruh. He's putting up Christmas lights with his son.
Yeah.
He's cutting the family Christmas tree in the station wagon, taking it home, decorating. It's
He's
just
doing the traditions,
the
right?
traditions that his family instilled into him.
Yeah.
And that's something that I really wanted to talk about was like Christmas traditions.
Mm-hmm.
And I wanted to get like your take on like what are some of the traditions that you do that your family instilled into you, because my family instilled a lot into me.
Yeah.
And so yeah, I wanted to.
Well, honestly, Christmas really hasn't been the same in a long time.
Of course.
Yeah, but our family, there was one side of the family that was all Christmas Eve. That was our big get together. But then there's the other side of the family was all Christmas morning.
Yeah.
So for me, it was the best of both worlds, right?
You get two.
I get the whole Christmas Eve, party, and then I get the Christmas morning where it was always big to have breakfast together as a family after you unwrap everything and everyone settles down, or before, whatever you want.
Gotta have that pozole.
I mean, I'm telling you, man, Christmas breakfast.
Some leftover tamales from the night before.
And I think we had talked about this a few weeks ago. I've never once in my entire life had tamales for Christmas.
What?
Yeah, at least obviously that wasn't a tradition of my family. I love me some tamales,
Oh
but
yeah, you gotta have tamales on Christmas.
that's just
Eve or
interesting.
morning.
And you know what? I'm going to talk about this. You know what? I got to take the Ninja Turtle beanie off because
I
it is
brought
hot
him
as
on that route.
shit in here. We got the fireplace going. We got the Christmas vibes.
Christmas vibes. A lot of lights in here, man.
Yeah, dude. Probably costs like $50 an
Running
hour.
up that bill, huh?
Yeah. Tamales, bro. I'm gonna say this. I'm gonna look into the camera, bro. Don't you ever give me a tamale and say, "Oh, bro, my aunt or my mom or my uncle, whoever makes it. Oh, these are the best tamales." I've had so many people tell me about, how these are the best tamales. These tamales are so fire. They're so bomb. And I thank you for the tamale. Thank you, kind friend. But I get so mad now when I go to eat a tamale that was so hyped, and it's literally dog food.
Yeah.
Dog food.
Dog food.
Dog
No
food.
way. Well, man, I don't
There's
know about dog food tamales.
I've had very, very little. And I'm talking
that are like legit good.
Well, they're all legit. But, dude, I'm going to say I think tamales is one of the biggest holiday shams because very few people know how to make them.
Depends on who makes it. That's very true.
And what I'm trying to say with this PSA is most of you motherfuckers don't know how to make tamales.
No!
Yes, I'm gonna say it, dude. And you can be like, Josh,
He's
you
gone
just,
off the deep
you
end.
just, I've been holding this tamale anger in for a while.
Well,
And you know what I'm saying? You could be like, Josh, you just never had a good, authentic tamale. And I may have not had your amazing tamale.
Yeah.
You can feel free to give me one.
you've obviously never had Tia Paulita's tamales.
I have not. It sounds exotic.
I'm gonna have to have my tia freeze you some tamales and send them to you.
Now, don't you give them to me if they're trash, though.
And they good, man. They good.
Okay, I'm just saying. I had to put that out there. Too many people hype up tamales, and
just
it's
haven't
like
been to the right Home Depot.
90. This is my thing. 90% masa, 10% meat.
No, you gotta
Get
stuff it with meat, man.
Out of my face with that shit.
You know why they do that? Because they're making
so
them
we
in
can make more-
bulk.
Okay,
Yeah.
no. Nobody
That's
wants
why
bulk.
they do that.
No,
because they're
that's
trying to feed the family.
all filler, no meat, dude.
Hey,
What's wrong with you? If you're gonna make a tamale, dude, make a tamale. Don't make a masa. Fucking one little, like, it's like they take the fucking meat and they just put a little spread. A little bit goes a long way.
so that's gonna be the next B2DB how-to video, how to make your own special tradition.
I've never made a
holiday
tamale,
tamales.
so I guess I can't talk too much shit. I thank everyone who's ever given me a tamale in my life, but very few and far between good tamales. I don't know what. See, this is what happened. Now we're talking about tamales, okay? Let's
We
get a
can move
tamale
on to
expert.
Christmas presents if you want.
We need a tamale expert right now.
Yeah.
Call into the show.
Yeah. Oh, call now.
Call now. I'm sorry, I had to put that out there.
So back to traditions. What
Yeah.
are some of the traditions that you guys did as a family? Were you really big on like decorating the house?
I think I said this in the Halloween episode. It's always my favorite part of every Halloween is setting things up.
Yeah. But what about Christmas, man?
Well, Christmas.
Oh, okay.
So setting up the tree with some Christmas music,
Yeah.
maybe a fireplace, and my friends know that even when I don't have a fireplace, I got
You got
Yule
some
log
fire.
on Netflix going on the TV. You best believe it. I gotta hear the crackling pops, man. But when you have some Christmas music and you got that setting, that warm, cozy setting, setting up the tree, pulling out these ornaments that you only see once a year, and decorating the tree with a family member or loved one.
Yeah.
And I love that. And one thing that I never get to do anymore is that night after you set the tree up is to make a gingerbread house. I haven't done it in so long, and I love that. It's a memory of my childhood that I haven't relived. Gingerbread houses.
That's something that we did at least a couple of times. I remember my mom being really big into building gingerbread houses, and it was all kinds of peppermints and the gingerbreads and the candies and
The gumdrops.
and we would literally like just leave it there, and then she would break out the same one every year. Like she would package it and wrap it up all nice and then break it out next year.
How?
I don't know, bro. She preserved that.
Oh, so you guys built it once,
Yeah.
and then you would use it as a decoration.
Yep. Years after. And
That's
it was
cool.
just really cool. That's one memory I have of like creating gingerbread houses. And one thing that my mom always did, and it was really special and it really stuck out to me, and I see you've got your nativity set behind you.
Mm-hmm.
And
Partial of it. There's so much I can't put it all
a
up there.
little bit, huh?
Yeah.
But my mom would always make a point to break out the nativity set.
Yeah.
And to put up the manger and to put out all the porcelain, figurines and everything. And I remember even when she didn't have like a really legit one, she made like makeshift out of like popsicle sticks and put like
No way.
like it was
Yeah.
super DIY before DIY was like a thing.
Yeah.
And she would put that out every year, dude. And it was just really the coolest thing to see her get all creative, and like she was just instilling that in me as a kid. Like, this is the true meaning of Christmas. The true spirit is, we got all the presents, the trees, all the gifts and lights and everything. But at the center of everything was the nativity set. And it was just really cool.
So this nativity set was actually my grandmother's.
Really?
Yeah. So that, and then I got this the skating rink.
Yeah.
And I don't know how old that is or anything, but that was also my grandmother's. And every year, she would always pull those two things out. So when I had moved out all them years back, I was like, there's two Christmas things that I want to put up in my own, the apartment is the nativity set and that skating rink. So little things like that. There are traditions.
I was just gonna say it's so cool how like these little things from like our childhoods or that our parents or grandparents used to do that we still cling to and hold on to today and want to do for ourselves.
Yeah.
It's really cool, really interesting, and I've got this train set here behind me, and that was a really big thing for me. When I was a kid, for some reason, it wasn't Christmas with a Christmas tree and a tree skirt without a train set.
Yeah.
And I always had to have the train, and I think it was my dad would always make a point to put out the train, and there I was with the tracks and the train and just watching it go around the tree. Is I think all little kids are just like fascinated by that, right? It's just like a little train going around the tree, and it was always something really special to me. So for me, when I moved out, I always had to have a train around my Christmas tree or a train somewhere, and that's why I bought this little one, and still on the hunt for a really nice one, so maybe one of these years.
That'd be super cool.
But yeah, just something about, and I think that's why I love that Polar Express movie so much. It's just the fascination of trains, and it takes you on that magical journey. You never know where a train is going to take you.
Yeah.
You just got to get on.
One thing, stockings. My stepmom was the stocking queen.
That's cool.
She would always have, I would damn near be more excited for what's in that stocking than the presents under the tree.
That's cool.
Yeah, like it was always super lit. It was always super lit. Nobody's ever done a stocking quite like her. But stocking. So like I'm saying, man, especially the Christmas morning, we would always have a fire going. Yeah. Right. Red brick fireplace.
Gotta have a fireplace, man.
And then it's just, I don't know, man. The family vibe. Christmas is the best. But Christmas movies are great and all. But I know this season we've talked a lot about Christmas songs.
Don't you dare get into Christmas music, because I'll just start singing and we gonna get banned
again. But yeah, Christmas music I think is definitely where it's at. There's been years where I forced myself to listen to Christmas music to get the vibe. I don't do Christmas music pre-December.
Yeah, I remember I tried to turn it on. You were like, "Shut that off."
Not yet. Yeah, it's
like, not yet.
You can't do Christmas music before December. I don't know.
To
I'm
me,
like
that's July, like Christmas music. Just get me ready.
I can't do it, dude. I cannot watch Christmas movies or listen to the songs.
I save the Christmas movies for like. No, so my Christmas starts like day after Thanksgiving, dude. I'm out there getting my Christmas tree.
Didn't you say
Thanksgiving night?
It doesn't end until February as well?
Yeah, bro, my tree lasts until way past the new year.
So you're just like, okay, so from October to February,
it's like a good 6 months. As soon as like Thanksgiving ends, it's all Christmas.
But I know some people are like that. As soon as Halloween's done.
Yeah.
Thanksgiving is part of Christmas time.
Oh, it has become that now.
Yeah. It's like this big seasonal.
It all gets meshed together.
Yeah, but I think you gotta save it. You know,
you gotta separate it.
You gotta save it for that small amount of time.
Make it special.
Why do you wait to open presents?
Of course.
You know what I'm saying?
And I told you, I'm big on that. Yeah, you gotta wait till Christmas morning to open presents. You only get one on Christmas Eve.
And you talked about that last night on Christmas Eve is you get that present. We also did that too.
Yeah,
over at my dad's house.
At least one. I mean, there's been times where we open all of them on Christmas Eve, but that's because that certain family was only going to be there that night.
Correct. Yeah.
But if it's just like me and my immediate family and brothers and sisters, at least when I was a kid, yeah, one present on Christmas Eve. Next morning, then you can open all your presents, because Santa don't get there till after you go to sleep, right?
Did you bake cookies for Santa?
I don't actually. I know we used to bake cookies because my mom was really big on baking. She would always have me in there mixing and baking, but I don't specifically remember baking cookies like for Santa. But I'm sure we did. I'm sure we put out the milk and cookies, and my dad probably came and drank it all and ate it before Santa even got there.
Yeah. I got a story. So, growing up, my dad was a hunter, right?
Okay.
We would hunt and stuff. He'd always used to tell me and my brother, that you boys better be, you better like pray
Oh, dang.
because I'm shooting Rudolph.
No.
Yeah, he would always talk. Yeah, man.
Not Rudolph.
I swear to you. So check this out, dude. Like me and my brother, I could never sleep Christmas Eve.
Oh yeah, it's so hard to go to
We'd
sleep.
always sneak out.
Yep.
We would look before we were gonna wake up the parents. We would look at like what we could see, and because there were a certain amount of presents they wouldn't put out until we went to sleep.
Went to sleep. Yeah.
Right, like our big presents, like if it was something big that couldn't be wrapped or something.
Yeah.
We would sneak out and check out before we wake them up and stuff. But I remember one night, man, obviously middle of the night, couldn't sleep. This figure walks into the room. I could see like a red flannel, right? Boots, red flannel.
It's Santa.
And it was my dad. He said, Rudolph is dead.
No.
I killed Rudolph. He's in the backyard. And I got up and I pushed him. Obviously, like consciously, I knew it was him, but it was like, what do you mean?
Yeah.
You killed Rudolph.
What?
And so I got up and I pushed him and I ran out, and that's basically all I remember. I was really young, but
You were like,
he used to always tell me and my brother that he
was gonna kill Rudolph.
If Santa landed on a roof,
man.
he was gonna shoot Rudolph.
oh no.
And we were like, no, you can't do my boy like that, Rudolph.
That's the one special reindeer.
Yeah.
You got to see through all that fog.
But yeah, so that was
That's funny.
obviously it was all in jokes.
man. Of course.
But
yeah.
yeah.
It's stuff that parents do to like get a rise out of their kids. You know,
That sounds like
Yeah.
something I would do if I had a kid.
There you go.
Troll the shit out of them.
Just to make them think.
Yeah.
Yeah, some parents, I mean, definitely like that. But yeah, I wanted to, and it fell a while ago, but I wanted to get into the story of this here bell.
The satanic
Oh, it is not
bell.
satanic, my friend. So the bell is special.
Okay.
It's a special bell, and it's said that only the true believers,
Stan Lee, true believers?
out there, only those who still carry the spirit of Christmas and truly believe in Santa Claus and what he brings and the happiness and joy that he brings to the world, only those can hear the jingle of this bell. So I wanted to talk to you about that and see if you can
I can
hear it from way over
I
here.
can hear it, but I'm gonna mute it
Oh no, you got it.
so no one watching the episode is gonna hear it.
So nobody can hear it.
I'm just kidding.
No, it's a special bell, man, and it's something
cool.
that
I've never heard that.
I've always held on to it, and I made it a point when I moved out to get this as like the first ornament on my tree.
Bell.
So every year, yeah, this bell.
That's cool.
Every year I put it on the tree, and I always hold it up to my ear and make sure I can still hear it, you know?
That's cool.
Yeah.
I like that.
So I wanted to put it here in the dojo, but it fell earlier.
Yeah, it was reminding you that it's there, and you wanted to talk about it.
And hey, you know, I can still hear it, so
That's cool.
It did its job.
Yeah, no, that's cool. I've never heard the Christmas bell story.
I just wanted to save that for you because I know you asked me about it when I placed it, and you were like, "What's with the bell?"
Yeah.
So I wanted to.
You kept telling me you would tell me like, oh, you're gonna have to wait for the Christmas episode, and then you'd give me this weird, dirty smile, and I'm like,
because you
what is with
you
this?
assumed it was something completely different, and I was just like, let them think.
okay.
But the true spirit and meaning of that story is just to remind kids that and people that you don't have to stop believing in the things that you love or the spirit of Christmas just because you grow up.
Yeah.
And I've said it multiple times in this episode that I'm like, oh yeah, Santa Claus, as if like I still believe. And I think way down deep, I still do. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
And I don't have to let go of that just because I'm a grown up. I don't know. It's just something that I've always held on to, and I always feel like makes Christmas special for me.
Do you remember the year you realized that Santa was your parents?
I don't like. I never, at least subconsciously, maybe I blocked it out, but I was like, I never remembered exactly when it was like, oh, Santa's fake. like the year. Because I think the longest time I was still writing letters, I was putting out cookies, and then just some year it kind of stopped. But I'm like,
So you would write a letter to Santa?
I mean, I think we all did at some point in time. Some
I
kid
didn't
out
really
there,
write letters. I cut.
or you made like your Christmas list, you know?
Yeah, I would cut it out of like Christmas catalogs,
Oh, that's
like what I
interesting.
wanted, and
Send
I
them
would
like
glue it
like
on. I would glue it on a piece of paper,
That's cool.
and then I would give that to my parent, and then they're like, "Yeah, I'll give it to Santa
And
Claus."
then they would give it to Santa.
Yeah,
See,
yeah.
that's cool. That's neat. That's
Mhm.
creative. But yeah, I don't remember like when that like faded for me, when I was just like, oh yeah, it's just some guy in the red suit, or it's my parents, you know?
Mhm.
Like I must have blocked
So
it
would
out.
you go as a child and sit on Santa's lap?
I remember you like being real big about that. I'm sure that I did at one
Like
point,
Christmas,
but I don't think
Christmas photos.
Yeah, I think we probably went to the mall, and there was a mall Santa, and
Yeah.
you go and take a photo with him, and I'm pretty sure I did.
He was
Yeah.
eating a salad, and then when you go and approach him, he'd be like, "I'm on my fucking lunch break."
No way.
You say you don't like Bad Santa. It don't feel like a Christmas movie, huh?
No, it just
It's a
like
degenerate Christmas
yeah.
movie.
See, it kind of like dampers the Christmas spirit. I think it just takes everything that's like sacred about Christmas, and it's just like, here's a dash of real life.
But you got to go back. Maybe next year we'll watch it, because you got to go back, and he's a degenerate criminal alcoholic, right?
That's
But in the end of the movie, he finds the Christmas spirit
okay. I'll give it that.
through the whore and the little boy. Go back and watch the movie.
I don't think I've ever even finished it
That's
because
your
I
problem.
just can't get past it, bro. He's banging chicks in his car in his Santa outfit. I'm just like, no,
That's it. He kind of falls in
can't.
love with her.
Yeah, I'm like,
And
you
she's all-
can't ruin
like,
Christmas
"F me,
like
Santa,
that."
F me,
Yeah, bro, no.
It's hilarious.
No, that is not on my list of Christmas.
You got to
movies.
go. Maybe next year we'll watch it. Early Christmas, so you don't want to watch it late Christmas.
Yeah,
But
maybe we can
you'll
watch it at
see-
Halloween.
You'll see at the end of the movie, there is that, this is what it's about.
Gotcha. Okay. Yeah.
And it's so cool.
Well, if you gonna get me to watch that, I'm gonna get you to watch Polar Express.
I'll watch
you
Polar
have
Express.
to experience it, bro. If you've never seen it, it's just so. If you're anything like me, which I know you are, it's gonna get you, and
Yeah.
then you'll be like, yeah,
That's cool.
that's Christmas.
Yeah.
And it's just special.
Speaking of Christmas, you have a Christmas episode that many people probably don't even know about, but that's very important to you on
I
Smallville.
was like, where is this
Smallville
going?
Christmas.
Bro, Smallville Christmas episode. There's not much I can say about it, just other than it, just like Polar Express and all these other movies, it just helps me get into that spirit of Christmas and capture like everything that I'm looking for. Because I think that's what I consciously do, is like I'm looking for something to get me there to where I can feel like, yes, this is the feeling I'm missing. This is what makes Christmas special. And every time I put on that episode, and I like to watch it kind of by myself and just get delved into Smallville for one, but just the Christmas aspect of it. It's just so special to me. And that's something that I was like, bro, you got to go back and watch it. If you
I'm
haven't-
gonna watch it. I think Christmas Eve
yeah,
or Christmas morning.
it's one of the best things that I know that I can watch.
Mhm.
It's like just to get you there. It's like that
So
final.
would you say it's your favorite Christmas special on TV?
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
I would say yeah. Just because most of the other Christmas specials, and I know we talked about like Rudolph and Charlie Brown and everything, but this is like a Christmas special that, for one, Smallville meant so much to me over 10 years of my life. But that is just like, it's Smallville and Christmas, and it's together, and it's just amazing and epic, and can't wait for you to rewatch it. So, and you got Smallville behind you.
That's your stocking. Smallville's in your stocking.
Yeah,
Santa brought that for
Oh,
you.
Hey, I'm gonna take it home tonight. Christmas presents, man. We exchanged gifts here earlier,
Mhm.
and you gave me some of the most epic gifts, and I'm just so thankful to be here with you and be able to open presents.
Absolutely, yeah, I appreciate it. Yeah, you got me a bunch of 90s stuff.
Oh man, I said if we're gonna have Christmas in the dojo on the B2DB show, it's got to be a 90s Christmas, man.
Pokemon, Power Rangers, Ninja Turtles, epic. Even a 90s toy.
The best.
Yes.
Yeah, I had to get you some 90s toys, dude. You got me some Big Trouble Little China behind me. Ooh, I got the Big Trouble Little China tank top that I've been...
You are now Jack Burton.
Oh, just give me the Pork Chop Express. Send me on my way. Merry Christmas.
Yeah, man. I want some. I just recently started watching Smallville again, so I'm definitely in. Smallville gives me such. Oh, you talk about vibes. They give me great vibes. So I'm gonna watch that this year as an Eddie recommendation.
That's cool, man.
But I do wanted to jump back real quick into the Christmas music.
Oh yeah, I think we just barely briefly touched over that.
What's the one song you do not let enter your ears during Christmas? There's got to be one song everyone hates. A lot of people don't. What is it with people not liking Christmas music?
I don't know. I think they're Grinches. I really don't understand what a bad Christmas song is. Like every Christmas song is just like this gift sent from God to my ears, bro.
Mariah Carey. Well, I was going to say Mariah Carey was not sent from God, but her music is not sent from God. But
all I want for Christmas is you.
I do not listen to the Mariah Carey Christmas. She ruins it.
No.
It's like no.
What? So you just turn it off?
Mariah Carey
at that point
and Madonna. Take
what
both
do you
of those
have
songs
against these M&Ms?
These M&Ms. Mariah Carey sounds like nails on a chalkboard. I do not like her vibe at all. And Madonna's the same.
You're talking about two of my mom's
Santa
favorites
Baby.
right now,
Santa
bro. We're
Baby.
going to get into a fight. That's
Santa Baby.
That's probably one of the ones I
disgusting.
don't really care for too much.
Come and trim my Christmas
yeah,
tree.
you got to trim it up, baby.
I'm like, what? I don't know. I don't like those songs.
It's a very sexual, like, play on... I would say probably one of the ones that I don't like so much, and I'm a huge Michael Jackson fan, but it's I Saw Mommy Kissing Santa Claus. It's very upbeat. It's a good song, but maybe I don't like Michael's version, but I mean, he's a kid.
Eddie doesn't like Michael.
It just doesn't do the Christmas thing for me. When I think about Christmas music, I want it to create like some kind of like emotion.
Yeah.
And I know we were watching Home Alone, and I was telling you like the song that they're singing in the choir. Bro, I think it is Silent Night.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's just, oh, holy night. Oh, holy. It just gets me, man. And that's kind of what I look for in, like, Christmas music. And probably most people turn to, like, upbeat, like Run, Run, Rudolph, or...
I like a lot of the
Frosty the Snowman.
I love Christmas music. I love it.
It's good.
I just do not like those two songs.
There are just some songs that aren't on par, I guess.
I think Santa Baby. You know all the flack a couple years ago. What's that one like? Baby It's Cold.
Yeah, what's up? I love Baby It's Cold Outside. I don't know. He's just trying to keep her warm in that cabin, bro. Like,
I think all of that energy, all that negative energy that was being directed at that song should be directed at Santa Baby. Like, ban that song. Get that song out of here.
Or we could just not ban any of it and let every song stand alone, and that's just what it is.
That's why I have skip on my Spotify. I could just skip.
There you go.
Very simple. It's very easy.
Skip to the next one.
Yeah. I just gotta bad mouth those songs though.
But you asked for like my worst. It's probably kissing mama under the Christmas tree or whatever.
You're gonna come onto the show and say that your most dislike Christmas song is Michael Jackson.
So you will listen to every damn word I have to say. No, that's just a little reference there. But Santa Baby it's not that bad to me. maybe because I used to sing a lot of these songs back in choir, and we would all kind of do our own renditions of these songs. So I have a little more like appreciation for
Okay.
most of Christmas music. But yeah, I don't think we ever sang "And I Saw Mommy Kissing Santa Claus."
Yeah.
I don't know. It's not one of my favorites.
I think if Michael would have re-sang that when he was older,
Ooh.
I bet you it would have been good.
Yeah, give me that version because I
Yeah.
would have probably loved it.
Yeah.
But "Rocking Around the Christmas Tree" is probably one of my
Jingle
favorites.
bells. I love Jingle Bells.
Yeah, Jingle Bell Rock. Jingle Bell.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's
so,
probably one.
So
of
you
my-
keep a Christmas tree into January. Do you listen to Christmas music into January?
No, I think it kind of ends at
Christmas
that point.
Day.
But the Christmas tree is like the one last like standing thing with the lights, and
You don't get sad when it starts to die and gets all dry, turns
Well,
yellow.
I give my tree a lot of water, and it stays green pretty long.
Yeah, I think they could stay pretty green for like a month or two, right?
I mean, once the pine needles start falling off, then I'm like, okay, it's March, time to throw it out. Like
March?
it's May, time to throw it out.
You know what I've always thought? I've always saw this weird polar opposite. You know, a Christmas tree in a home. People that are privileged enough to have Christmas trees in their home, it's so loved, but it's dying, and then it gets
Yeah.
tossed out like
Yeah.
a bag of garbage into legitimate
Trash.
gutters.
Yeah. Oh well, honestly, if I could replant it and then use it again
Yeah,
next year, I
that'd be
would.
cool, yeah.
I would. Yeah. If that's the way it worked, and I could take my tree out of water and like plant it in my yard,
Mm-hmm.
I would do so and just reuse it next year, chop it down again.
Christmas, the 1990s. Some of the greatest toys in the history of mankind.
Doesn't get better than that.
What was your favorite Christmas morning in the 90s?
In the 90s, there were a lot of really good Christmas mornings in the 90s.
Mm-hmm.
One that I had mentioned on the podcast was getting my first N64, and
That's
that was
awesome.
beautiful.
Yeah.
It's like one of my go-to Christmas memories, but I'm pretty sure, unless I'm confusing it with like a birthday, I'm pretty sure one Christmas morning my family got me this blue and gray, like little tyke truck.
Mm-hmm.
And my dad's a truck driver, and it just, for some reason, as a kid, that really stood out to me. And I would go around the house just like sitting on top of the trailer and just kind of scooting my way through the house on top of that little blue truck. And it must be like psychologically something special to me because I still have that truck to this day.
Mm-hmm.
And I will not get rid of it. And it's just a special memory to me, and I think it connects to my dad and everything. And that was just really cool opening that up. And I must have been like 4 or 5, dude. And that's like probably one of my earliest Christmas memories. And it was just really cool. So that's something that I hold on to. And I know you wanted to get into like your 90s Christmas favorite morning.
Well, you
What was that for you?
You hit the nail on the head. There's a lot of them. But,
It's hard.
Yeah, but the ones that really stand out to me is I'll just tell one story this year, maybe save the other ones
Cool.
for. I don't know. I don't remember what year it was. I was pretty damn young, but I was with my mom and we were at her sister's, so my aunt's house.
Yeah.
For Christmas morning, and all I wanted was a Stretch Armstrong.
Oh,
See, when I was young, I used to have a speech impediment.
gotcha.
So I couldn't say like R's and S's or anything like
Yeah,
that.
it comes a little difficult.
So so basically that Christmas I remember ripping open Stretch Armstrong. Okay? And I kept saying like I can't say it now, but I couldn't pronounce it right.
It was like with a W, huh?
I don't know, like I was just like super speech impediment, so I was running around everywhere just stretching Stretch Armstrong like Stretch
Dude.
Armstrong, like that was amazing.
That's cool.
But it gets better. So Stretch Armstrong for a lot of years after that, it was like one of my favorite. I love Stretch Armstrong. But I also got the original Game Boy. Nintendo
What?
Game Boy. Yeah, so
You got a Game Boy for Christmas?
the same year I got Stretch Armstrong. Yeah,
No.
it was so tight. And I had I think the only 2 games, it was Kirby's Dream Land
Of course, you got Kirby.
and Mortal Kombat.
On Game Boy.
So whoever pulled the trigger and got me Mortal Kombat when I shouldn't have had it.
Kudos to you.
Yeah. But yeah, dude, playing Mortal Kombat and playing Kirby, it's one of the reasons I love Kirby so much.
I don't think I've ever played Mortal Kombat on Game Boy.
It's terrible.
Really?
It's dog shit. But it was amazing then. Playing an arcade game in the palm of my hands, Christmas morning, holding my Stretch Armstrong.
Better than that, man.
It was amazing. It was
end all,
finito.
be all.
Yeah, it was amazing.
That's cool. That's
An
really
arcade machine. The only time I ever played Mortal Kombat, that was the first Mortal Kombat I ever had.
cool. Really?
Yeah.
Okay.
I didn't get Mortal Kombat on Sega Genesis for a while after, I think.
I think that was the first one I played.
But I'd only ever played it at an arcade.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? At like a pizzeria or something. And so to be able to just do those low kicks and uppercuts, that's all I would do, is just low kick, sweep kick, and uppercut. And that was phenomenal.
Yeah.
I loved it. Yeah. And so whenever I think of like 90s nostalgia, like when it comes to toys and Nintendo and stuff like that, I think of that morning of just running around, Stretch Armstrong.
That's really cool.
Yeah, man.
Probably a really happy kid, man. And I wish I could remember more Christmas morning memories, but it's just some of those ones that stick out to me, and that's why they do, because they're special. Mm-hmm. And I think it's more of the traditions for me, though. The like setting up the lights with my dad outside, hanging lights and holding the ladder for him, and setting up the little reindeer display and the Christmas wreath, and just getting ready for Christmas. And that's one of the most special things for me, is the decorating. Because it puts me in the Christmas spirit.
And it's definitely one of the best nights of the season, I think.
Got to decorate everything. And so that's what Christmas, of course, means to me, other than, of course, family and coming together and everybody being under the same roof and opening presents and just feeling everyone's energy and happiness that you feel only on Christmas morning. Yeah. That's something special, too.
Mm-hmm. Did you guys ever go to church?
We did, yeah.
On Christmas? I know, so real big, everyone likes to go to church.
We used to go either Christmas Eve or sometimes Christmas morning. But one of the days we were at church, especially my mom and my dad were really big about going to church. I've gone some Christmas Eves with my mom and my grandma, so
that's cool.
It's really cool. Yeah, it's a special kind of feeling and vibe on Christmas Eve.
I'll tell you what, man.
In church,
if
you feel something.
Yeah, dude. If you've never been to church for a Christmas service, if maybe you're not into church, that's cool. But if you ever decide you want to go to church, make it a Christmas service. You're not going to regret it.
No matter music and
where
everything
you're at.
and the words, they just kind of hit differently, man, and you really feel like that Christmas spirit.
How many do you usually on Christmas, do you ever kind of go back through and read like the story of Jesus?
I don't think we ever have. I don't
or at least
believe
the birth.
So. Yeah. I think there was like this nativity book that we used to have, and I remember my mom reading it to me. Now that you brought that up, there was always that little that it was like a palm-sized book, but for me as a little kid, it was bigger. But I always remember, and that commercial would come on, and it would be like, "That's the reason for the season." I always remember that commercial, but it like mirrored the book, and so I think that's where like it came from. And so that was always really cool, and you just like sparked my memory with that. Yeah,
that's awesome.
So I know we read that. But yeah, man, that's the true meaning of Christmas is, of course, Jesus Christ's birth, and I think just being together with the people that you love.
I think that's so dear. I think that's what's going to be hard for a lot of people this year.
It's kind of
getting
hard.
Together. Yeah, it's crazy.
It's going to be difficult, but the one thing we can be happy is that we are all still here and alive, and hopefully we'll get to see our families, if not on Christmas, but the next day, or maybe for New Year's, and celebrate New Year's for them with them. And so that's what I'm looking forward to, man. Is this new year is quickly approaching in 2021.
We've been doing this for 6 months now.
Oh man.
And yeah, it's been quite a ride, and I think it's so awesome we really wanted to do a Christmas episode.
We had to.
Yeah,
It's
we
special.
decorated the dojo. I think we've done all three. We did Halloween, we did Thanksgiving, and we did Christmas, and those are awesome.
And that's just such a way to like end the year,
End the
put
year.
the cherry on top, and to be able to do it in B2DB.
Yeah,
You know,
I love it.
here with you in the dojo, and yeah,
January is going to be an amazing month. I can't wait for our
wait,
content that a lot of people out there
man.
don't really know what's gonna be coming out, but I'm excited for
gonna be
this
fun.
next wave. I'm excited for the last 6 months of our first year on the show.
There's a reason why 21 is my favorite number.
Is it?
Oh yeah,
21?
21, baby.
Okay, 21.
2021. Here we come.
But yeah, man, it's been awesome. We had a great day today. We hung out last night.
Yeah.
We watched Home Alone on Christmas
Eve, and now presents on Christmas Day.
It's great.
It's the best way to spend it,
Yeah,
man.
man.
Thank you for allowing me to be here.
Yeah, thank you for being here, and thank everyone, for following us on this journey. This has been fun, and I am excited for
Gotta get back to the basics, man.
for what's to come.
Me too. Till next year.
Yeah, definitely. 2021's Christmas. Let's just say it might be a round table.
Oh, let's do it. I can't wait. Merry Christmas, everybody.
Merry Christmas.
Man, I'm really glad to have had that discussion with you all about a nostalgic 90s Christmas. Some of the best time, the most wonderful time of the year, right? Is Christmas.
Yeah. I think it's like the best. Better than birthdays, better than any other holiday, right?
Definitely best way to end 2020 was Christmas here in the dojo.
Dude, this was great. It was the first of many, I'm hoping.
Oh, yeah.
And, we got a lot to look forward to.
2021 is coming up, and people don't even know what kind of shenanigans B2DB and Josh and Eddie are going to get into the new year.
Ridiculous shenanigans.
Just wait. It's
Just
coming.
wait.
There's more.
Oof. But man, I appreciate the gifts, the energy, everything in these last 6 months. It's pretty awesome to wrap it all in a nice package and bow with Christmas. So,
Perfect.
I think the best Christmas gift I've gotten this year is just obviously the time in the dojo with you, Eddie. Thank you.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, and everyone out there that has watched our content, enjoyed it. Hopefully, we've made somebody smile
Some
and
kind
laugh
of a difference,
out there.
right?
Yeah, man. Hopefully, you've laughed at our ridiculous shenanigans. And
Thanks for coming along the way with us. And we can't wait to have you come back and join us into 2021
yes, sir.
and be a part of the show.
Yeah, man.
The show must go on.
Oh, it's gonna go on. Appreciate everyone's energy. Until next year, friends.
Merry Christmas from B2DB.
Yes, sir.
Stay nostalgic.
On that eternal quest to get back
To the basics.